praise Farai for his divine love. We give thanks for his sincere love. Definitely, we do give thanks for life and the mighty life giver. Definitely, we give thanks as we are here with you live on Kailash television, also live on our YouTube streaming platform. So definitely, just give thanks for life and the mighty life giver, and give thanks for this divine opportunity that we are here with you once more. So definitely we are going to look at some very interesting aspects when it comes to the whole aspect of us as a people, how we deal with the whole aspect of our metabolism and how it is that our system actually functions. And it is very important that we understand, like key organs, how these organs actually function, how it is that they help keep us alive, because most times we basically we go to the doctor and then we do everything that we do in and out, and then we don't even understand exactly what it is that we are doing. We just follow the same procedure day in, day out. So we give thanks as today we're going to look at two organs I wanted to just touch on principally. Two organs I say, well, it is important that we just look at these organs, because these organs principally, how they are shaped and how they are formed and how it is that they function. It is very important to understand that the responsibility of these organs are supreme. I mean, when they stop functioning, okay, there are organs that if they don't work, you are right. But there are organs that, well, you have to work. If it is that it doesn't work, I don't know what happened to our YouTube video. I don't know if you paused it or some type of thing. If it is that your organs don't work, what happened specifically, like your eye? I mean, the eye is an organ. I mean, the tongue really is a muscle, but it's an organ. It performs a particular function. So your ears, these are organs, your spleen, your pancreas, gallbladder, all these things are particular organs with particular functions. Now, the bulk of these organs, if it is that these organs now don't function, so you have two kidneys, you could leave off one kidney. You have the gallbladder, probably, I mean, they could cut it off and you could still survive, You have appendix, they could cut it off, you still survive, So we have many different organs within our physical structure, but yet still we do not fully understand, right? We don't fully understand exactly how these organs now operate and how it is that the proper functioning of these organs could assist us in basically living a stronger, more potent life. So definitely this evening we're going to take a time out and look at the whole realms of the liver. We're just going to go into the liver and learn some things about the liver, and also learn a couple of things about the kidney, the liver and the kidney. So we're going to be looking at the liver and the kidney this evening, and we're just going to hold a little meditation on it. But we're going to take a short intercession before we go into it live. I know that we just started, but we're going to take a short intercession, and we're going to come again as we just rectify a little problem with our stream. So at least the people who have to join us could join us, because that our viewership is not only for us down here in St. Lucia, but also the viewership also for the people who join us, 4 Wings Universal. So we'll take a short intercession and definitely we'll come again. Give thanks. That's it.
Is your hurricane emergency kit ready? If you need to evacuate quickly, you will need originals or certified copies of your NIS insurance card, health passport, national ID card, prescriptions, and other important health documents kept safe in waterproof Ziploc bags. Toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, sanitary, and other basic hygiene items. First aid kit, your prescription medications and supplies for chronic conditions. This is especially important for individuals living with chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and cancer. Be ready. Stay ready.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
To protect appliances from lightning, rain, and floodwater damage, unplug them, then turn off the main switch. Lightning can produce electrical surges which can damage equipment. Protect your electronics from water damage as well. Make sure you have flashlights, battery-powered radios, and extra fresh batteries available. Be smart, stay safe.
It's the power of knowing with Lucy.
Banana farmers, remember me? I destroyed the Gros Michel banana variety some years ago. Now my cousin, Tropical Race 4 or TR4, a Fusarium wilt banana disease, is on the horizon in a more aggressive form and can wipe out the banana industry in a flash. Be vigilant. Don't bring any banana plants or plant tissue into the island. Report any unusual symptoms on your banana plots to the Department of Agriculture at telephone 468-5600 or the extension officer in your area. Remember, protect our vital banana industry.
Read, learn, grow. The children are the future. Have them read, learn, grow. Only reading is the key, so have them read, learn, grow. Let's show them how much fun it is to read, learn, grow. So parents, you play a part. First and foremost, reading from so young is advantageous. Link with the teachers. Working hand in hand is a must. Just 10 minutes of your child reading to you is a plus. Get fun books, make reading priority. When children read, they are able to learn. And the more they learn, the more they grow. So parents help the kids read, learn, grow. Reading is fun, kids have to know. Read, learn, grow. The children are the future. Have them read, learn, grow. So parents, you play a part.
This message is brought to you by the OECS USAID Early Learners Program, funded by United States Agency for International Development. For more information, log on to www.oecs.org/ELP.
Yes, we do give thanks as definitely as we hear again once more. And we give thanks for your patience as we were just organizing, our YouTube live stream on Honorable Priest Kailash. Give thanks for all those of you who are with us on YouTube. Give thanks for all those of you who've just joined us. Rastafari, we give thanks to all those of you who are with us everywhere that we are. YouTube, Instagram, and those of you in St. Lucia who are with us live. So we said that we're going to be looking at two very important, well, I will start off with one of them. And then as we go along, we'll see how far that we could actually reach. And it is important that we just have our minds open up, and then Reverend Queen give thanks, Honorable. It's good that we actually find ourselves in a space whereby we are receptive to the knowledge. What we are doing, we are learning of self. We are learning of exactly how the physical structure actually functions. And definitely we are learning how it is that we could actually assist these organs. As I said previously, that there are plenty of organs within the physical structure, because your physical structure are made up of trillions and trillions of cells. Now, cells are basically the smallest structural and functional unit of the human anatomy. That is that the cell is basically the smallest structural and functional unit of the human anatomy. What does that mean? Most cells, they are very specific, their shape, their size, it's very specific towards the functions that they're supposed to be actually completing. So based upon the function of a cell, is going to have a particular shape, right? And it's going to have a particular structure. So it is the smallest structural, so that means that it will be organized physiologically, right, and biologically in a particular way to help it perform a particular function. Now, if I pass my hands on my face, I'm going to take out some skin cells, right? Right? So if it is that I scrape the inner part of my gums, right? I can scrape it inside my gums, right? My cheek, right? Pass my finger and I put it on a microscope, I'm going to see some cheek cells. I'm going to see some cells. Why? Because our cells, right, they are alive and they are well. If you take some blood, you put it underneath a microscope, you know, and you have like dark field microscopy, you're going to see these cells actually moving. Why are they moving? They are moving because they are alive. So it is important that we understand that cells are small, but they have a particular structure and then they have a particular function. So the cells of your tongue, yeah, the tongue is an organ. So the tongue organ is actually made up of a muscle. It's a skeletal muscle. And the tongue, I mean, as an organ, have a particular function of controlling in digestion. Basically, it actually rolls the food into a bolus and push it to the back of the throat, right? But I mean, in speaking, if I hold my tongue, I can't speak. So in speaking, it has also that function in speaking, help you actually orate, pronounce particular types of words properly. So your tongue has a multiplicity of functions based upon what you choose to do, what you are doing. You understand? I mean, your tongue is an organ. So it is made up of a particular type of cells called skeletal muscle cells. And there are different types of muscle cells. There are some muscle cells, like the muscle cells that makes up your tongue and the muscle cells that makes up your esophagus, the pipe that literally connects your throat to your stomach is different, right? So whereby your esophagus has smooth muscles, right? They are smooth muscles. Your tongue is skeletal muscles. So that means that your tongue, you have control over your tongue. You could tell your tongue left, right, up, down, you know, but your esophagus, you don't have that control over it. So you have different types of cells. Even if both of them are muscles, they both contract, they both do the things, but one of them is voluntary and involuntary. So it is important that we understand that the cells of our physical structure, they come together, right, to create what you call tissue. So you have different type of tissues, right? So you have epithelial tissue, right? You have muscular tissue, you have nervous tissue, right? You have tissue that forms your oocytes or your bones or whatever it is. So you have different type of tissue, connective tissue that come together to perform particular functions. Now when you have all that different groups of cells coming together, right, to perform a particular function in a particular way, like your eyes, right? You have different type of cells that come together to perform the function of vision, to see, right? So this here is an organ, all right? So the eyes are organs. Also, okay, your nose, it's an organ. I mean, you know, it's an organ. So it has muscular cells because, you know, I can move it, skeletal muscles, right? It also has cartilage, right? It also has epithelial cells, have blood vessels, have all type of cells in it. But all these things, they come together to perform a function. Just like your tongue has different types of cells, right? But principally, muscular cells or skeletal muscular cells to perform a function. Your teeth, right? Your heart, your liver, your spleen, right? Your stomach, right? All these, your kidneys, right? All these are specific organs, and these organs are made up of particular groups of cells that come together to perform a particular function. So we give thanks, right, for understanding that your physical structure is an organism. Okay, so you are an organism. Why? Because right, you have different organs like your brain, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your stomach, your small intestines, large intestines, appendix, gallbladder, spleen, right? Urethra, kidneys, prostate, seminal vesicles. You have plenty of different aspects of your physical structure that comes together to give you that one. Very important. Plenty aspects of it. So when it is that we have that overstanding, then it is that we are able to actually embrace diversity. So today what we are going to be looking at specifically is the liver. Now the liver now, as the word calls it, the liver, in ancient chemetic principle, the liver has a profound significance on life, right? So you have if you're right-handed, you are right-handed, all right? Now you take your right hand and you place right under the rib cage, right to your right hand side, or you would say the upper right quadrant of your abdomen. So if you divide your abdomen into four parts, you run one line straight from your sternum all the way down, and you run another line across. You have an upper quadrant, upper right, upper left, lower right, lower left. So your liver is in the upper right quadrant. So if you push your hands right underneath your rib cage to the right hand side, your liver actually fits snugly right under the rib cage. So if it is that you have any issues with the liver, definitely, and you palpate the liver, you could press down on the liver right here and you could feel the smooth muscular walls of the liver. Okay, so that's where your liver actually is. Now, your liver at any point in time, right? At any point in time, your liver actually receives a huge quantity of blood, right, from two direct sources. Very important. So you have two direct sources that actually feed your liver with blood. So you have one called the hepatic artery. That's an artery that actually comes from the heart. So that artery is going to pump in oxygenated blood into the liver. All right? But then, right, the bulk of the food that is absorbed out of your intestines all gather up and goes right into what you call the hepatic vein, right, or the hepatic portal vein, right, and that now actually carries that nutrient-rich blood right into your liver. So at most times you have 80% of your blood is in your liver, right? Most times 80% of your blood is in your liver, because your liver is what you would call the detoxification center of your physical structure. Very important. So what you have is that you have, right, an organ that actually that when the food or whatever is absorbed from your intestines, before it gets back into your physical structure, it goes into the liver. Yeah, man, the liver does, the liver terrible. And the liver now takes out toxins and create a particular beta substance called bile. Bile. So bile salts, right? So the bile that is produced in the liver is actually transported into your gallbladder, where it is concentrated and released into your small intestines as a beta substance to help your physical structure break down all your fats, your lipids, but your fatty foods and all them things there. That's what the bile actually does. All right, so the liver is also responsible for the controlling of your blood sugar levels, because it actually helps to store your excess glucose in the form of glycogen. So when you have too much glucose within your physical structure, what happens is that your liver actually helps in the conversion of excessive glucose into a complex carb called glycogen, right? So then it stores that. So if it is that you have a shortage of sugar, of glucose, then your liver now, through the action of glucagon, could help to break down that same stored up, right? That same stored up glycogen into glucose again, so at least you could get your energy that you actually need. It's very important. Very important. All right. A lot of times that what we don't understand is that sometimes a woman might have anemia or a man might be anemic. And it's not because they don't eat iron-rich foods. It's just because their livers are extremely congested. So it is important not to understand that, right? That processing of hemoglobin. Now, hemoglobin is just what you call hem, is an ion. Globin is a protein. Is a protein with an ion molecule, right? So hemoglobin is just like a protein with an ion molecule, right? So it's a processing of hemoglobin for use of its ion content. The liver stores iron. That's why they say, but if you have low iron, eat liver. People will go and eat cow liver. People will go and eat all type of liver because they want iron, instead of just eat what the cow does eat to get its iron, right? So the liver now being congested actually prevents that release of that iron. Sometimes when you are anemic, you need to decongest your liver. Okay? So the liver clears the blood of drugs and other poisonous substances. It also helps in the regulation of blood clot. Right? So it helps your physical structure specifically to clear out all toxins, and it takes these toxins and basically releases this toxin right into your small intestines, whereby it could go down into your large intestines and you could pass it out and poo-poo it as poop, you know. So that's your liver. I mean, come on. You don't know that? It's important to understand that, you know. It's very important that you understand the significance of the liver. Because without that liver, man, you're really in trouble. Right? So when you see people with lots of liver spots, what they call lota, all these white marks, the liver itself is just depositing the same substances that is supposed to be putting right into your intestines, store it right underneath the skin. Right? And then this would be compounded with fungus. All right? So you have all these things called your liver spots and them things there. I mean, if you detoxify your liver by going through a 7 days cleanse, a 7-day drinking cleanse, right, of like a cassia latta, right, that can help to cleanse the liver. 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, you could decongest your liver with cassia latta by just drinking it, and then for sure the liver spot is going to actually disappear. So cassia latta is the same what you call king of the forest, right? King of the forest is the same cassia latta. So that is an excellent liver, right, decongestant. So at least if it is that you feel like your liver is congested, definitely you could actually work on better that. Fresh Factory, blessed love, honorable love, present heart of love, honorable goddess Ethiopia Uhuru, blessed love, KK, blessed night to you, give thanks, honorable heart of love, give thanks for all those of you who are online and following us. And Delia Placid watching from Montserrat, give thanks on Facebook, Calabash TV Facebook. Definitely we give thanks for all those of you who are here with us. Blessed love, Amubeni, give thanks. So when the hour of 8 o'clock reach, I mean those of you on Instagram and those of you also who's on YouTube, basically you could ask your question, right? Whatever questions that you might have, you could actually ask the questions and we will actually work towards answering these questions as we focus in also on the liver, the significance of your liver. You know, your liver is responsible for cleaving a particular hormone called angiotensin. Okay, so your kidneys produce renin, right, a particular chemical hormone that then actually causes the cleaving of a hormone, angiotensin, in your liver to activate it, right? And then it moves into your lungs to be cleaved to angiotensin 2. And definitely that can cause the contraction of your arteries to increase your blood sugar levels, right? So it is very important to understand that there are many, even the activation of your vitamins D is actually formed right there, right over there, right there in your liver. So it is important that we understand the fullness of the liver. And as I say, most times people are anemic, and the anemia is just as a result of congestion of the liver. Most of the food, most of the iron is actually stored up in the liver. So they can't get it out. I mean, they just can't get the iron out, you know. So give thanks for all those of you who are here. And we say, blessed love. Lana, Mela, blessed love, give thanks. All those of you who are there. Christopher, Rene, give thanks. All those of you who are with us. And what we're going to do, Diamond Kush, give thanks, my sister. What we're going to do specifically, we are going to open up the lines at the hour of 8 o'clock, so at least we could communicate about the liver. And we could see what other things that you could do to actually cleanse the liver, some conditions of the liver, like your hepatitis, which is basically inflammation of the liver, like gallbladder stones, you understand, or what you call ascites, where there's that retention of in the liver, or you have liver disease, you know. So it is important that you understand that how it is that you could actually use simple things, simple stuff to help to get that liver to that top function. So what are the best daily herbs to use as a form of supplements? It's based upon what you want to supplement. You know, what is it that you want to supplement? You know, what are you trying to supplement? You know, what is it that you feel that you are lacking of that you want to supplement? Right? So since we're talking about the liver, the best daily thing for the liver definitely would be King of the Forest. Right? King of the Forest is the mightiest thing for the liver. That there will help you just get the liver fit and strong. Okay? So also you're looking at seed on the leaf, what they call Guenabafei. That's a grandmaster that actually just takes out all stones and decongest the liver also. All right, so it is very important. And also your sour orange or your key limes, right? Extra virgin olive oil also is very good. Raw is also very good. What are some herbs to help with appetite? I mean, definitely you have to deworm yourself. Get one of our dewormers, and definitely you could just use some cannabis. Cannabis is the best thing for appetite. Ganja. Cross harmonics. Everyone, thank God, give thanks, Honorable, for being with us tonight. We give thanks. You know, we give thanks. Let me just see. Any other questions there? Not any other questions there at all. So we in St. Lucia, I mean, we'll be able to call at the 8 o'clock hour. So it is that you could actually just give us a call, definitely, and make us know exactly how it is that you are doing and how it is that we could actually assist you. Simon Jessamy, blessed love, give thanks for being with us. We definitely give thanks. Honorable, I'm trying to purchase a female and male package for my family, but the website doesn't allow me to. Well, our website, we don't really. So just contact us, Honorable, via direct message on Instagram, and we'll just send you the invoice, and you could actually order it directly through us. Okay? Yeah, that'll be better. All right? Give thanks. All right. So, as I'm saying, we will be doing a live, right? Live interaction with you on the 8 o'clock hour, and we expect you to actually ask questions. So those of you in St. Lucia, the international phone number will be there, and we want you to call and interact. Let us know. Okay, what about the liver? We're going to talk about what you could do to just maintain particular simple little cycles that you could use just to maintain that proper liver health. And what does alcohol do to the liver? You know, we give thanks. I mean, so at least you could have that understanding, and you could work to uplift and strengthen your liver. Humble Soul, give thanks. Cross Harmony, give thanks. Melanin Magic, Shop Exalt, Jaja Lives, Inanai, Blessed Love, Iha Preciosa, give thanks, Blessed Love. Fresh Factory, give thanks, Blessed Love. Writer Slay, give thanks. So all those of you who are with us, Herbalists on YouTube who just came, we give thanks. So we say the liver's functions The liver at any point in time has the most blood in your physical structure. Sometimes up to 80% of the blood is in the liver. The liver is the only organ that you could actually cut piece of and it can grow right back. All right? That's why they call it the L-I-V-E, live, R, liver. Okay? All right, and also the liver is used to actually remove toxins from the physical structure. All right? The liver also is used in the production of your bile salts to help in the absorption of your fats. Right? The liver also deals with the activation of your vitamins D. All right? So also in the whole aspect of your iron production, your liver plays a particular key role in all these things. So don't just believe that you could just cut out this and cut out that and cut out this and cut out that. You must understand what are the functions of these organs and how it is that you could utilize your knowledge of knowing the functions of the organs to get herbs to actually help to supplement your physical structure and keep you there on par. So definitely it's 8 o'clock. Okay, it's about 1 minute to 8, but we just say it's 8 o'clock. We'll take an intercession right here, and then when you come again, we're going to open up the line so you could ask your questions, and those of you with questions on Facebook and also on Instagram and YouTube will get a chance to answer them. Blessed Lord, give thanks.
The inaugural OECS Republic Bank Sustainable Development Movement, September 23 to 24, featuring keynote speakers Damon John, Les Brown, Dr. Didacus Jules, Marlene Street Forest, Sineadu Echeru, Melanie Harwood, plus other global leaders and development partners, and a modern showcase of exhibitors from around the world. OECSSDM.com, presented by the OECS, Republic Bank, and other global partners. Register now.
Your roof or window might leak during a storm, so unplug all electronics and turn off the main switch. Remember, never stand in water while operating switches or unplugging any electrical device. After power is restored, switch on appliances one at a time so you do not overload the system. If electrical outlets were covered in flood water, contact a licensed electrician before turning the power back on.
What does coronavirus have in common with love? Both are highly contagious. Spread love, not the virus. Like you, COVID-19 loves a lime. Beach, river, or fed. Coronavirus is like these people who track every lime just to invade. The best way to put off invaders? Cancel the lime. Spread love, not the virus. Keep you and your crew corona-free. Live to lime another day.
Together let us win this war. Said we shall be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
Nothing brings St. Lucians together like good food. The way in which we take pride in preparing it, like bakes, saltfish, and cocoa tea. Each of us, our very own secret recipe filled with special ingredients that we pass on to our children. It is in these trying times that you see our humanity, our compassion, a helping hand, a smile that says we are going to be okay. Together, we can beat this.
Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver, definitely. We are here again. And we want to open up the lines, and we're just going to deal with questions on liver health. And whatever question you have on the liver health, we're going to deal with it. How to eliminate fat? Fat from where? Bobo flame up. I mean, what type of fat? Okay. I mean, if you want just to get slimmer, you could definitely boost up your iodine levels. So you could boost up your metabolic rate to burn up all the stored fat. So iodine. Okay, all right. So you're talking about bladder rack and sea moss. Consume a lot more of that. definitely, and up in your physical exercise. Bobo Flames, definitely. 1-758-451-9349, 1-758-453-1730. Give thanks, ask your questions, you'll get an answer. Yes, African Beauty, blessed love, give thanks. Questions, 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 liver health. So when it comes to the aspect of gallbladder stones, the master is basically your, okay, you could drink, okay, you could do like that process, that safe and secure process where you have the cassia latta for 7 days, 14 leaves to a liter hot water. You drink it at about 6 o'clock in the evening every night, and then you don't really eat anything afterwards for 7 nights. So it allows you to cleanse for the 7 days, right? And then the 8th day, you could take what you call a colon cleanser. All right, so it is very important that we actually take a time out and understand that how simple these specific things are. If it is that you just eat well, you know, you exercise, definitely things would actually get better for you. All right, what is the best moon phase for making tinctures? Tinctures is darkness. Tinctures are basically in the dark, so when the moon is actually coming to its darkest self, and make the 21 days get into the darker dark, which is the day before the new moon. What are the symptoms one could experience to know something is wrong with the liver? First and foremost, you'll have liver spots, right? You'll have little white patches on your back, on your arms, and all these different type of things. Then you have jaundicing, which is basically yellowing of the eyeball, yellowing of the hands, right? Just that yellowing of your skin, of your complexion. Definitely, you would know, well, look, you are having some liver issues. Okay. Yes, my brother, bless, give thanks.
How are you doing? How is life keeping you?
Oh, life is blessed, give thanks. And you?
Well, that's blessed. Thanks. I'm doing all right so far, but I'm listening to you then. Since I have a little mechanical knowledge, and I'm trying to understand a lot of things you say, because a lot of things, sometimes we're having the problem, and we want to solve the problem, but we refuse to go to the cause of the problems.
Sure.
And all I look at the body, everything starts from the oral, from the mouth. Now, everything passes through the mouth to go to the stomach. So if the oral is not healthy, that alone is a lot of problem for the liver to cleanse out. Now, from the mouth, I understood that the saliva helps digest the food going to the stomach. Now, in the stomach, it produces acid. I understood the acid in the stomach is almost like a battery acid. So you can see how acidic that is. Now, if the liver is not healthy, to produce that bile, so when the food leaves in the stomach, to go into the small intestine, to send that bile to it, to kind of balance it off, to alkaline it to go to the small intestine. And that's what causes all colon cancer or bowel problems, because the food are not realkalining because the gallbladder is not working properly. So if the liver is not producing the bile to the gallbladder to realkaline the food when it goes into the small intestine, then which means you have acid going right through your small intestine into your colon. So if your gallbladder is not healthy, which means you already die as far as you're concerned, because there's no way you can be healthy, because your body is too acidic. So when it goes to the colon, as a matter of fact, that's where the liver takes all the nutrients to send to all parts of the body. So if the food that's coming into the bowel is already toxic, which means the liver will be taking toxic substance and send all over the body, which means that the kidney is in problem, the gallbladder is in problem, all parts of the body is in problem, because the food, you're getting acidic food going into the colon, right? Because if I understand it properly, because I go on YouTube and listen to different doctors, and the way they explain to me, which I think I understand, that if your gallbladder is not producing that bile into the small intestine when it's going through that system, which means your entire body is acidic. So
well, it's not the bile soils, okay, because you do have sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is basically an alkaline substance that is secreted.
That's right. So
that's secreted into the small intestines. But the bile salts, the chief purpose of the bile salts is basically to help in the breaking down of your cholesterol, your lipids. You know, beta does help in the breaking down of your, and remember, you know, the bile is a waste, you know, and the bile is like, the bile salts, the same thing, is the same chemicals, the same waste, because that's why when someone is poisoned the first place that really gets poisoned is your liver. Because your liver...
Because that's the way I understand it. Because
yeah.
what it's saying that if that bile is not being produced, definitely your whole entire structure is out of balance, as I concerned.
Well, I mean, of course, I mean, because, I mean, as you said it, I mean, in your explanation of the whole aspect of the digestion, and you see, it is not, if it was only, because everything happens in the physical structure by like a feedback mechanism, meaning that based upon a level of one substance, it will determine the level of another substance. So for instance, if your glucose level go high, right, automatically your pancreas begins to produce more insulin. Right? Now, if your glucose level go low, then your pancreas produces glucagon. So whereby one chemical would cause your liver to break down the stored glycogen into sugar, another one will cause it to actually take the sugar and store it as the same glycogen. So it is important that there are the technical aspect, the nitty-gritty aspects of how our physical structure actually functions, is that it works upon a feedback mechanism whereby everything supposed to be in a balance. So as long as one thing gets off balance, it causes something else to actually come into play to have to bring forward that balance.
Exactly.
Yes.
I can understand what you're saying, but all that stuff from the mouth is what you put in there that goes on with the stomach. So even if you because all problems we may have in the physical structure have to begin from what you eat, right? Because our food will be our medicine. So the fact is, even if you tell people to drink as well as clean the system and they put and the same like causing toxic, they still keep eating it. They will always have toxic. There's too much work for the liver to do, because even if you clean it out today and tomorrow there's more junk coming into it.
So tell me, so if you are a mechanic, right? And then you bathe and then you go under your vehicle and you get dirty today, you won't bathe, and then even if you get in dirty tomorrow, so because you get dirty tomorrow, you just won't bathe. I think that even if we are aware of the dangers that we do to our physical structure, right, any little bit that you could do, because okay, if you know you're drinking rum, right, if you know you're drinking rum, and then you're drinking a little bit of Casialata, right, obvious, I mean, you give thanks. What it does for you is that it allows you now, it helps to clean you out. Now, you would be different than the man who actually drinks the alcohol and then drinks and no Casialata at all. So that's why our yes, Akim man, give thanks, love man. That is why that our ancestors, our grandfathers and our grandmothers, they live for so long. You know, I remember.
That's what I was trying to explain.
Just 1 second. I remember growing up and actually seeing old people, like literally walking up, going up to the garden.
That's what I'm saying. Because they cannot active we used to be. We're not that active anymore. Because our vehicle park on the garage, from our door into our vehicle, sometimes and we don't even go for a walk in the day, and sometimes we're eating all in fatty foods, and we're not walking from here to the groceries. The groceries maybe just 5 minutes away. Instead of walking to go and come back, we'll take our vehicle and run, then come back. So all that lack of physical in the body. And even if we drink, we eat all the good things and the bad things are there, and we're not doing the activity to help the liver to pump it around, to allow it to jump back into the colon to go out, we'll always be sick. Anyway, that's a lot of thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks, my brother. I mean, it was good to have you. I don't know if you're correct. Yes, give thanks to have you. Yes, El Waldo, give thanks, Honorable, for joining us at a love. Across Harmonics, yes, give thanks. Lindy Paris, Brinton, give thanks. Blessed night, everyone. Saya, give thanks. Give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. Give thanks. Give thanks, caller. I mean, wonderful analogy of how the physical structure works. And yes, it's your mouth. And yes, but now, even now, we are far past what you eat and drink, you know, it's what you think. Okay, all right. I'm not putting down what you say. But we are in a time now that what you think is even far, you know, superior than what you eat and drink. As a man say, man shall not live by bread alone, but by the words that proceedeth out of the, you know. Yeah, so it is important that we nurture and cultivate positive thoughts, because you could be a very healthy person and you have evil thoughts, and you could be eating real good, but what you put in your head is evil. Then definitely you are sicko, just like the person who doesn't eat or who's sick. I mean, you're sick, you're sick differently, but I mean your thoughts are also instrumental. What you eat, what you think, what you see, what you listen to, all these things, they are important when it comes to your overall well-being. Yes, so fresh fracture. Are there any organs associated with the toe next to the big toe? It sometimes goes numb. Not sure what's going on. I've been fasting. I mean, definitely, there are plenty. You see, your intestines and all these things that rolls in right into your big toe, right? So if it is that you've been fasting, you know, it's okay. So just make sure that you break the fast properly. And I don't know what kind of fast you're doing, my sister, right? Because there are several different types of fast that one could actually take. But it's important to break the fast. When you break a fast, you know how to break it properly. And when you break that fast, whatever you consume is supposed to be real mineral rich, you know, solid. It's not about how much, but how solid it is. And what herb is good for an alcoholic? I mean, what do you mean what herb is good for an alcoholic? You know, so if you want to better yourself and you want to get off an alcohol, herbs very good to treat alcoholism or to help to protect the liver would be your king of the forest, your vervine, your stinging nettle, your seed on the leaf, you know, your sour orange juice or your seeded lime juice or your rough coat lemon juice with some extra virgin olive oil. All these things, they are extremely potent for the liver. Good for the liver. Definitely makes you live, right? We give thanks. Yes, we have about 15 more minutes as we are coming down. So all those of you who have questions, 4519349, 4531730. Give thanks, Bobo Flame Ups, Bobo Roots, give thanks, Rastafari. Yes, Lindy Paris, give thanks, you're welcome. Right, you are indeed welcome. So give us a call, 4519349, 4531730. Next on Sunday on our live program, basically on in St. Lucia, we're going to do a live program interview. Yes, Piat, caller, blessed.
Good night.
Yes, sister, blessed.
Blessed.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
You were talking about the gallbladder earlier.
Yes,
What effect will it have if your gallbladder was removed?
Well, I mean, if you don't have a gallbladder, then the bile salts actually coming out of your liver. I don't know if your common bile duct or your bile ducts were actually removed. But what will happen is that because the gallbladder is utilized to concentrate the bile salts will go straight from your liver and go right into your small intestines unconcentrated. All right, so there might be a greater difficulty in the digestion of fatty foods. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. There will definitely be a greater difficulty in digestion of your fatty foods, and also all the other functions that your gallbladder does do will definitely be compromised. I am not taking any processed oil, salt, sugar, or cooked foods, juicing, fruits, products, fruits, and teas. Yes, Mark Caller, blessed.
Blessed love.
Yeah, Honorable, give thanks.
I'm just calling to find out when somebody has swollen feet, what's the cause of that and what can be used to assist them in helping to get the feet down?
Well, I mean, swollen feet could be through several things. When you have swollen feet, you start to think about your kidneys. All right, your kidney, because your kidney helps to balance the amount of fluids, you know. Then you have to think about your heart, right? So you could have congestive heart disease and your feet could actually be swollen, right? Or you could take a knock on your feet and your feet could still be swollen. So it would be very important that at least that we have like a better understanding if the person is diabetic. I mean, if you have kidney, if your feet is swollen, I'll definitely tell you, I mean, go and do a blood works. Let's see how your kidney enzymes actually look. But if you just want to bring it down, you have herbs like your Guenabafe, that's a diuretic. It will make you pee a lot to take out the excess fluid. You also have what they call Zebazedri, what they call Spanish needle. That's also a very good herb to take out excessive fluid. You also have your stinging nettle, right? That's also a very good herb to help to take out the excessive fluid. Now, if it is that you have kidney disease, right, your TV is a bit too loud. If it is that you have kidney disease, what would happen is that you would also need to watch out, cut down on the level of potassium. So the herbs that you're taking would not be herbs with high level of potassiums, like your sticky nettle. So it is important to understand. And if you have other symptoms like lower back pain, you understand, or you've been on insulin or diabetic drugs for the past 15 years, so we could say, okay, all right, boy, probably your kidney is going bad, you know, man, if you've been diabetic for so long. Okay, or any of this. So it is important to know them things there, but I think I give you a good little heads up. That's it, brother, you good? I'm not hearing you, huh? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, he's gone. Okay, deep-rooted kernels. Honorable, I finally gave up all animal products. What can I use to boost iron? I don't have as much energy. Obviously, deep-rooted kernels, man. If you stop eating dead animals, definitely, as your physical structure cleanses out, you're going to feel bad before you start feeling good. All you have to do is basically just build up that spiritual strength, that motivation within yourself to understand that what you are doing is for your own betterment. So to boost up your iron, you have vervine, you have red raspberry, you have stinging nettle, you know, you have all them different herbs. They're very potent in iron, right? My sister uses the restroom often. I advise she needs the Spanish needle. What other herbs can help? Is this a UTI? Well, I would not know. If it's a UTI, then probably when she is urinating, she'll have burning upon urination. She might have some discharge, right? So definitely she could use the Spanish needle. Excellent. Stinging nettle or under the cylinder leaf. But we have a blend called a urinary blend that you could just give a urinary blend tea bag. That'll take care of the urinary tract infection. What is the best hair growth herb or formula, priest? You could just use rosemary and coconut oil. That'll help. That'll help the hair to grow a lot. All right. So give thanks. What K hora is? All right. Definitely. The time is moving. Give thanks for all those of you who are with us on Instagram and on YouTube, and those people who are actually calling us. Yes, YouTube is asking, name foods good for cleaning the liver and keeping the liver in good health. As I said, your food is your medicine, like herbs. King of the forest is like up there. Milk thistle up there. All right? You also have seed on the leaf up there. Sour orange up there. Seeded lime, rough cut lemons, all them things are up there. Extra virgin olive oil is up there. Okay, all these things that cleanses out and nourishes the liver very effectively. Cross harmonics. I've been thinking of starting a regular workout routine since I'm home a lot more. What foods should I utilize to improve muscle strength and muscle repair? Muscle strength, CMOS, bladder rock, yeah, man. How do you use seed on the leaf? Seed on the leaf can be used as a tea. You just put about 1 to 3 tablespoons to a cup of hot water, boiling hot water. You allow it to simmer for about 15 minutes, and then you utilize that. Your potassium is low. Well, what you could utilize is, you could utilize, for low potassium, utilize Spanish needle or stinging nettle. All right, bang, bang, bang. Any more questions? What do you recommend for? That's our Facebook people asking questions. So. Eczema. Eczema is still on the leaf, what they call serosy. Serosy bush is what you use for eczema. She doesn't have any burning, just frequent urinating. Okay, all right. Marisol caller, blessed love, give thanks.
Good evening, and how are you?
I am blessed. What about you?
Fine, thanks. Not too good.
Oh, give thanks.
I called to find out when you have acid reflux.
Your TV is a bit too loud. Yeah, your TV was a bit too loud, Mama. I'm so sorry about that. You could call again and just bring down the volume of your TV. When you call and the TV is so loud, what happens is that literally, it actually causes static and it's very bad for the ears. So I'm so sorry that you got caught off, but you know, you could always call again. Give thanks. All right, 451-934-9453-1730. You have another 8 minutes. Blessed love, Danny Gucci, man. What's happening? Give thanks. Give thanks. Rastafari. Let me see if we have any more questions here. Yeah, Marisol, go again, sister, please.
Yes. Good evening, and how are you?
I'm blessed. Give thanks for asking, Mama.
Yeah. When you have acid reflux and it's very bad, what do you use?
You could use patchouli. Patchouli is a very good herb. And but you drink it, patchouli. You drink it every hour. Every hour you drink a cup of patchouli. Every hour you drink a cup of patchouli. Every hour you drink a cup of patchouli. Very good.
Even if it's very bad.
Well, try it, then we'll see. Okay? Patchouli.
Okay, thank you.
All right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Aviation Master, what essential oils do you recommend for manly scent? Well, use your rag to scrub underneath your arms properly first and foremost. And then you could utilize sandalwood. Very, very, very good. All right. Okay. Hello, Honorable. Can you drink the leaves of Jumbo tree? Yeah, you could drink the leaf of Jumbo tree. What diet for a person without gallbladder? I mean, that is a very, big question. A person without gallbladder, what diet? I cannot. We have to sit down and go through that one there, my sister. It's not something you could just do over the TV. Okay, so take a time out, give us a call, and we can definitely work it out. I think our YouTube link is out now. How would you boost your appetite? You could definitely use ganja, marijuana. What teas are good for anxiety? Patchouli is good, chamomile is good. Marijuana tea is also very good. Okay? Give thanks to the Most High Jah, right? Typhoid problems. What do you recommend? Man or woman, please? I mean, let us know if you're a man or a woman with typhoid problems, and we'll see what we could do for you. Thyroids. Okay. Bladderwrack and sea moss. Bladderwrack and sea moss. These two things there for thyroid problem. Bladderwrack and sea moss. Boost up your iodine. What do you recommend for ringing in the ears? You place some warm castor oil in the air, warm enough that you could place on the back of your hand, and then you block it off. I'm talking about natural black castor oil. Pour it in the air, hold the air, make it go deep down inside of it, massage it going inside, block it with some cotton swabs, do the same thing on the other side, and repeat that for 7 consecutive days. Right? Wesley Butter, would I consider Bobo Nazarite roots drink an alcoholic beverage? I mean, as long as it's fermented, it has alcohol. I mean, yeah. Okay, give thanks, beloved Honorable, sending blessings through the clouds, continue the uplifting, awaiting the school, soon come. You don't have to await the school, you could come and help to build the school. You don't have to wait for me to do it. You could come and just help to do it and get it done, so at least you'll be a part of the creational process. You don't have to wait until everything is there for you to come. You could help to create it, to make it come. Okay, Fresh Factory? Okay, all right. Andrew Williams, woman, okay. So don't stress too much, my sister. How can one lose weight naturally? Boost up your bladderwrack content. Bladderwrack, a lot of bladderwrack, okay? Yeah, that'll help you to lose the weight, burn the weight, okay? What is it? What is tea tree oil good for? It's a very good antifungus, my brother. Chris Romario, friend hasn't had period in 6 months, but is not pregnant. Doctor told her to take contraceptive pills, Okay, but more than likely she has polycystic ovarian syndrome. She needs to actually order our female package, definitely to take care of that. 21 days, our female package will take care of that. Alrighty then, definitely we have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, that's all we have. 4519349, 4531730. We have about 3 more minutes. Let us take at least one more question, so at least we could, you know, move forward. 3 more minutes. No more questions? Okay, all right, so what? I think I will call it a day. I mean, it seems like the people want me to go away, you know, so I have to call it a day, you know. Get on your knees and pray. That rhyme? Okay, yeah, that rhymes. All right, so give thanks definitely for all those of you who've been here with us tonight. What can help with a restful sleep? In fact, I do have a product called Restful, Janissa, and I know you're right here in St. Lucia, so you could pass at Liberty Restaurant on Jeremy Street. Ask them for the Restful that make you rest, okay? Oh, give thanks. The online school, beloved. I'm in a contract with my job that doesn't end until 2022. Sister, you're in no contract with nothing but yourself. Jah lives in I. How many times a day for the oil in the air, morning and night? Does Liberty sell by the rack in packets like the CMOS? Yes, we do. Okay? Christo Mario, friend. Okay, all right. I have answered your question. How many times a day? Okay, all right. I answered that question. Okay? So we give thanks for all those of you who have been with us tonight. Definitely we give thanks for all those of you who call. Remember that Liberty is live every Sunday at 7 o'clock until 8:30. And this Sunday coming, we'll be interviewing Brother Riza Islam, and we are going to look into the whole realms of the vaccines, and you know, and going to the whole realms of understanding the whole aspect of population control, and how it is that in America, I mean, give us a good analysis of what the coronavirus is doing in America, and how it is the things that can be done specifically to help to boost up the immune system. And we're just going to be connecting with the Honorable Brother, and he's going to give us some wonderful truths that I've been watching his work, you know, on Instagram, and you know, and the information he actually spits out, the amount of facts. So at least we'll have a very informative program with him, whereby we'll be interviewing our Honorable Brother Riza Islam coming Sunday right here on Kailash Television. We're going to be zooming it here live in St. Lucia, so at least you're going to be live with us. And also those of you on YouTube and Instagram, just set up to actually join us, and definitely it's going to be a wonderful moment. So we give thanks for all those of you who were here with us tonight, and we pray the Almighty Father keep on blessing and keeping you, and make you His holy face shine upon your holy face, and all blessings and prosperity till we meet again at Nigger's feet. Blessed love.